Did you know that St. Luke's University Health Network, based in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, has been recognized by the U.S. government as the highest performing health system in the United States for quality? You heard right. St. Luke's #1 recognition affirms our status as the top leader among the most respected healthcare providers in the nation, including Houston Methodist and the Mayo Clinic. To state it simply, if you want to receive the best care when you go to a hospital, come to St. Luke's.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
So many moving pieces today, I almost don't know where to begin. We often ask the question of how do we begin to turn this country back around? We often ask this question each and every day on this program. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. We'll see your calls coming in. We'll get to them momentarily. Here's one way. Here's one way how you can begin to turn things around. Bye-bye, Stephen Colbert. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you. Bye-bye. You're the weakest link. You're not funny. Nobody cares. Bye-bye. You hated Trump, and look at you now, off the air. That's how you begin to start things, to turn things around. Accountability. And what does clown Jimmy Kimmel do? Jimmy Kimmel goes on the air and says, don't watch CBS. Don't do it. Don't do it. Excuse me, Jimmy Kimmel, I think you ought to be concerned with your own future, Mr. Not So Funny. But this is how you stop these clowns from making fun of the man that will go down in history as the greatest president ever in the United States, President Trump. This is how you stop the left from this nonsense. Accountability. So we say to Stephen Colbert, bye-bye. To Jimmy Kimmel, shut up, sit down, and shut up. Boy, go sit down over in the corner. As my grandmother would say, go sit yourself down. And she'd add a little colorful language to it. Boy, go sit down, Jimmy Kimmel. You don't know what you're talking about. Go sit down. Okay? So, before Colbert says bye-bye, who does he have on the show? None other than the man, the myth, the legend, and now the sour onion, apple, whatever the term may be, to indicate bad and sour and not good for America. He has on Bruce Springsteen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Springsteen.
Thank you, Stephen. I'm here in support tonight for Stephen because you're the first guy in America who's lost his show because we got a president who can't take a joke. and because Larry and David Ellison feel they need to kiss his ass to get what they want. So these are Anyway, Stephen, these are small-minded people. They got no idea what the freedoms of this beautiful country are supposed to be about. This is for you.
Oh, how nice, Bruce, the boss. You've lost a few steps. I hate to be the one to tell you. I don't know, the boss. Maybe it's time to sit down. 800-848-9222. Dominic Carter here with you. Oh, the plot is thickening. The corruption in Minnesota. Ilhan Omar, Governor Dum Dum, Tim Walz, the Attorney General there. Oh, it's starting to come into focus now. Announced today, announced by the Trump Justice Department, a $90 million fraud bust. 15 defendants. I'm just asking. I wonder how many of them are Somali. I'm just asking a question. Don't hate the messenger. I'm just asking a question. How many of the 15 defendants are Somali, right? And they basically stole all of this money, $90 million, from 7 state-managed Medicaid programs in Minnesota. This, as the ringleader of one of these scams, Amy Bach, she was sentenced today to 41 years in federal prison. 41. Plus, she's got to pay back millions. And listen to what she has to say as it relates to Keith Ellison and Governor Walz. And, of course, Ilhan Omar, she's in the mix as well.
I honestly believe Keith Ellison and Governor Walz need to be held accountable. There needs to be an investigation done. If they weren't aware, that's concerning.
Bach recently told the New York Post that she struggles to believe that Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar did not know about the fraud. Omar sponsored the legislation that was exploited to make the scam possible. Now, Omar issued a statement yesterday reading in part, "Any claim that I had knowledge of the scheme is flat out false." Omar also said she's grateful that Amy Bach and the individuals who defrauded taxpayers and vulnerable children are being held accountable.
Ilhan Omar, can you say handcuffs? They're coming your way. You think you're so slick. You think, Ilhan Omar, that instead of showing enormous gratitude that you can come to America and trash the president of the United States of America, when 5 minutes ago you were begging a few years ago in Somalia to get here. I'm not going to bring up marrying your brother. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, I'm not going to talk about marrying your brother. I'm just going to talk I'm just going to talk about, your slick mouth. The Constitution says President Trump is right when he says these things. The Constitution says, shut up and go sit down. Girl, go shut up and sit down. That's what you need to go do. But it's too late for that now. I'm going down. That's you, Ilhan Omar. We'll see what you have to say when those cuffs are on your hands. Miss, I'm worth 30 plus million. Oops, an accounting mistake. I'm worth $80,000. Oops, I want to criticize the president of the United States. Oops, now I'm silent because I'm under investigation from DOJ. And Governor Dum-Dum, Tim Walz, Governor Dum-Dum, you're going down too. Oh, Governor Dum-Dum, you thought you had the perfect scam. You're letting people into the country. Just let them come in. Somalia, bring them from Somalia, make it the new Minnesota, ruining that great state. I said it and I mean it. Now, Governor Dum-Dum, you're in trouble too, because the question amounts to, yes, you gave up your reelection campaign, but what did you know? What did you do, Governor Dum-Dum? Twiddle-dee, twiddle-dum, in terms of Kamala Harris, and you were her running mate? Can you imagine what would happen to this country if it was Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, the pathological liar? Yes, Governor Walz, you are a pathological liar. I don't even know if you know when you're telling the truth or when you're lying these days. I said it. I meant it. It's the truth. Just letting people come in from anywhere to ruin America. And that brings me, of course, to Mom Donnie, the man himself. So I want you folks to explain this to me. Explain this to me. When I say inquiring minds want to know, that means that something shady has gone on, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So if this is not the definition of socialism, then you tell me. So Mamdani buys 1,000 World Cup tickets. I guess the city did, to be sold at $50 each. That sounds wonderful, right? It sounds wonderful. One, he's buying support, so that's not cool. Two, Mamdani, who says that you get to select the sports that we like? I'm not a World Cup fan, and I would venture to say, I know I'm out on a limb here, most Americans, I didn't say your people, I said most Americans are not World Cup fans. So how do you get to decide that this is the be-all of all events? Because you say so? I don't think so, Mamdani. How do you take taxpayer money to buy World Cup tickets to sell them at a discount? The taxpayers didn't approve of this. Who made you God, Mamdani? Who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff? Mr. King? Mr. Sire? I want you to listen to this. Fox News, the morning show. Mamdani is under attack these days as he's begging now billionaires to stay in New York.
When it comes to socialism, no one likes the proposal from Mamdani.
Yeah.
And the New York Post has it on their cover, subprime, Jeff Bezos unloads on Mamdani's tax crusade.
Yeah, they want to vilify the rich. It's getting dangerous, too, when you have Ken Griffin, the CEO of Citadel, come out and say, are you kidding me? You stood in front of my apartment and says it's $238 million and you're going to have to tax me more? I'm the problem. You're putting my security in risk. And now, finally, another self-made billionaire, Jeff Bezos, is speaking up, and he's just pointing out socialism doesn't work, and neither does taxing me more. Watch.
What's happening here is politicians are using the kind of age-old technique. So there's this tale of two economies, and they're using this age-old technique of, picking a villain and pointing fingers. But the problem is that doesn't solve anything. And so, if you want to help the group of people who are struggling, you have to figure out real root causes and solutions. If people want me to pay more billions, right, then let's have that debate. But don't pretend, that's going to solve the problem. You could double the taxes I pay, and it's not going to help that teacher in Queens. I promise you. If we ran Amazon the way New York City runs their school system, right, your packages would take 6 weeks to arrive. We'd have to charge you a $100 delivery fee. And then when the package did finally arrive, it'd have the wrong item in it anyway.
That's the status of the New York City public school system. But Mamdani takes money to buy World Cup tickets. Sorry, Mamdani, most New Yorkers, most Americans could care less about the World Cup. That's important for you and your people, not here in America. Sorry, newsflash, Mamdani. Folks, what I'm going to do, you know what? I don't want to cheat anybody. We see all the calls. I don't want to cheat anybody of their airtime. Well, you know what? Let me try and squeeze in one call before the first break. I see I got lots of calls here. Let's go to Jerry in New Jersey. Jerry, what's on your mind? Line 5.
Hello, Dominic. I want to say, first of all, I've been listening to you for years, and it's a pleasure to speak to you, and you're wonderful to listen to.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jerry.
Everybody's talking about Keith Ellison, Waltz, Omar, but what about the senator there, Klobuchar? No one mentions her at all. Now, I had family who was involved with the state food business years ago. And it was all to be able to participate in the program. Everybody had their finger in the pie, if you know what I mean. She can't be clean in Minnesota. She's got to know what was going on. But yet nobody mentions her name. Even you don't mention her name.
Well, she does this interesting two-step dance. 1 minute she's down with the Democrats. The next minute she's at the Trump inauguration. She does this constant dance. But I say, Jerry, if she's involved, guess what? Bye-bye. You can go along the route. I'm not saying that she's as bad as Ilhan Omar, but as Ilhan Omar's mouth, the Constitution says, sounds like she has a and her whatever behind, okay? I've got to take a break before I get in trouble here. We see all of your calls. We're going to get to them momentarily. The Constitution says. No, the Constitution says you criticize President Trump. You embarrass the United States of America. Bye-bye, Ilhan Omar. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Oh, man. I'm going to Liz in Florida in a second. I got a bone to pick with that young lady. But did you folks see the flood water in New York City from the rain? Oh, boy. I just retweeted it. This woman, she has on like a fuchsia, I think this is the color, a fuchsia top, a fuchsia pant, and she's getting off of a city bus. and the water is going past her almost like a river. And she tries to jump and take like 3 steps to get past the flood that's coming by, and the water says, woof! She quickly loses her feet from under her. And now I understand how people die in these water situations. That water just whisked her away in a matter of seconds, like 1 second. Look at my website at Dominic TV. So the woman that I have a bone with, Liz in Florida, Liz, line 4. Liz, before we get to the substance you want to talk about, you were kind enough to send me some items to watch my diet. And one happened to be, I had the box when I was home earlier, this thin bread. And it was, I forgot what it's called, but this stuff is delicious. I couldn't stop eating it. What is that stuff?
I don't remember what. Hi, Dominic. I don't remember what I just sent you. I just sent you good snacks that have no sugar, that are just healthier items than what you're used to. So you can go into the health food store, and I'll you know what? I'll look and I'll see what it is. I think it was a very thin cracker.
Yes, it was a thin cracker. But it was one of the best things I almost bit my fingers. I ate the entire box at one setting.
It could have been a truffle. Yeah, thin cracker.
Yes, it was a truffle. It was a truffle.
Yes. Okay,
what is that?
It's one of those truffle, very thin crackers. I don't remember the name. I'm actually in Vegas right now. I wanted to tell you.
You're in Vegas?
Yes, I wanted to tell you that I have been meeting, I'm a people person. I've been meeting so many people who have moved to Vegas since Mom Donnie got in. They are sick and tired of being in the city, and they've left for Florida, but they're writing letters to the congressman. They're doing what they can do, but nobody really wants to talk politics when you're on vacation in Vegas.
Right.
But you know me, I just start talking, and they're all, not one has been on the other opposing side. They are so sick and tired, and they left. Listen, Vegas is gorgeous. And so far, safe here, Florida's safe, but they're not giving up on trying to fight for what's right. And I wanted to talk about real fast, because I know you have a time, this person from Texas, hold on a second, I've got Ava here putting suntan lotion on me. Okay. She's putting too much on me. Texas, the Democratic Maureen Galindo, with her horrible, disgusting remark, saying that she would put the American Zionist Jews into these I think the Carney's ICE detention center in a prison.
Wow.
Let me tell you, you heard that, I'm sure.
I'm not updated on the particulars with it. Hey, Liz, if you want, because this is serious, you can hold on for a few minutes because I'm up against a hard break in 10 seconds. Just let the producers know what you want to do. Folks, we see all the other calls. When we come back, we're going to them. Ilhan Omar, I've got my eye on you. I'm so happy. You're going down. We're coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Doing anything, and I think it gives more to the idea that this is just a made-up lie, because you do not investigate someone for 10 years and not come up with anything.
So then why do you think it's still being talked about?
Because these people are disgusting. They believe in weird, creepy things, and that's why they want to believe in this weird. And that's all I will say.
No, definitely. Why do you think, I guess, that you're being targeted then? It's
because they're racist, they're xenophobic. I just happen to be Muslim, and I don't think you're allowed to continue from there. But,
okay. Understood.
Yeah, I mean, they're just disgusting, bigoted people, and that's all I gotta say.
All right, thank you.
So that's Ilhan Omar. So is that the new con? Is that the new line? If you say anything that a Muslim doesn't like, you're Islamophobic. Is that the new line for people like Ilhan Omar? And Mamdani, is that the new race card? Oh, you're Islamophobic. We want to have 500 people engage in prayer right outside on the street. Sir, ma'am, you can't do that. That's Islamophobic. We want to issue our prayer call, and we don't care that it wakes up grandma and the children and the entire neighborhood, because we are here now, and we have the mayor's seat, and this is what we want. I'm sorry, you can't. That's Islamophobic. So you know they got it. You know that it's coming down. I keep telling you, folks, I'm going back to Liz in Florida in a second. I keep telling you, bet on Trump each and every time. The man is always playing chess. All that mouth, from Ilhan Omar, all that mouth is about to be silenced. Do you really think that somebody like her can come from Somalia and be fortunate enough, and be fortunate enough to go to Congress to have a good life, and you're going to chastise and criticize the President of the United States of America and talk about his mental status when you should be on your knees begging and for being thankful for being allowed to be in this country for 5 minutes? Who do you think you are, Ilhan Omar and Mamdani? At the same time, that's the new con, Islamophobia. You say anything about a Muslim, it's Islamophobia. Okay, well, I don't pull punches, so I'm not going to pull them now. Why start now? It is alarming, right? I didn't say this the other day because I didn't want to go there. It's alarming, the amount of mosques that are going up. All right, something is rotten in Denmark here. You want to talk about rotten and pork and Muslims not touching pork and being near pork? Something is not right here. All of a sudden, you're deluding upon America, and all these mosques are popping up everywhere? I don't think so. This is America, baby. 800-848-9222. While I'm at it, Liz, stand by in hot Vegas. I'm coming right back to you. While I'm at it, I've had it with these transgender stories. Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it a it? Is it Cat Beyonce? Every time something happens, I'm sitting here, the producers can tell you, I'm racking my brain trying to figure out if the suspect is a man, looking like a woman. Is it a woman dressed to look like a man? Am I supposed to call the suspect Bobby, Bob, Bonita? What is it? I'm sick of all of these pronouns. It's time. Listen, it is what God said it is. It's either you a male or you a female. It doesn't matter if the last Supreme Court justice is pandering, playing politics. What's a female? I don't know. Well, ma'am, you're a woman. I don't know. So before I get back to Liz in Florida, and then, hey, I may be broadcasting to you folks from Florida because the owner of this network has announced that he's starting to move some of his, he loves New York. Him and his wife, they absolutely love New York, the Catsimatidis family. They're announcing that they're moving some of their operations to Florida. Thank you very much, Mom Donnie. So listen to this woman on social media. Then I'm going to go back to Liz in Florida. This woman on social media saying she's had it with the pronouns.
I will not be calling you they, them. I will be calling you she, her, he, him, and I refuse to feed into these antics of these people in this society who think that we need to coddle them so that they can be comfortable. It is absolutely ridiculous and it is embarrassing. And if you are secure with yourself, then why are you so worried about what other people are calling you? It is absolutely ridiculous that we have medical professionals scared to even ask people their biological sex in the year of 2026 in the fear of offending somebody. You can be whatever you want in your fantasy land, but in the real world, I am not going to feed into it. I'm not going to coddle you, and I feel like as a society, we are coddling these people way too much to the point where they think their comfortability is way more important than real life stance, and that is absolutely crazy to me, and I will not be feeding into it.
Bam! It's time to do exactly that. And ma'am, on social media, if you think that's tough, try being the MC at an event. And backstage, they're telling you the person you're about to introduce, whatever you do, don't call her she. Okay, I won't call her she, but what do I call her? Just don't call her she. Okay, and then 30 seconds before going, okay, she says it's okay, she calls her she. I'm looking at this individual. She's a woman. She has the body characteristics of a woman, and I'm not supposed to call her she? Well, how am I supposed to introduce her? Let's go back to Liz in Vegas on vacation with her family. So, Liz, before I let you go, you were telling me something about the latest round of anti-Semitism?
Well, I wanted to just say while I was waiting, it's called Tuscanini parchment crackers, truffle. Tuscanini.
That's it.
Think of Italy.
Parchment crack. You did that intentionally. You've turned me out, Liz, got me addicted to these crackers. Wait, am I allowed to say crackers? Because we know how the left, they want to offend everybody else. I'm talking about a physical cracker that Liz sent me, and I ate the whole box. What's in those things, Liz?
I don't have the ingredients in front of me, but they're good ingredients. And if we're moving to Florida, hey, I can, deliver stuff every day to you if you're moving also. That's all good.
So wait, but before I move on, so tell me about this latest round of anti-Semitism.
Okay. Texas Democratic congressional candidate Maureen Galindo said, she posted on Instagram, that she would turn the Carnes ICE detention center into a prison for American Zionists. Okay? So that's not free speech. That's hate speech. And that causes those that hate to hate more. And really, she should be arrested, and she should be put into this ICE detention center and then deported out of the country. I feel, Dominic, all those that hate America, that hate Jews, that hate Christians, that hate whites, that hate blacks, that hate America or our flag, or anyone that's not agreeing with them, they have no place in our country. So goodbye, good riddance, leave.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Liz. Hey, listen, I want you. Is the weather fantastic in Vegas?
Oh, I'm at the pool right now. It's stunning. It's dry.
Oh.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
So
Everyone needs to take a vacation.
You're at the pool.
Yeah.
Hint, and Liz is giving me a hint. She's always telling me that I need to take a vacation. I can't take a vacation, Liz, because of Donnie. I got to keep my eye on him and his anti-Semitic antics. And they got that big protest. Thank you for the call, Liz. That big protest coming up next week outside the mayor's residence at Gracie Mansion. I'm going to be dealing with that. Don't think that's off my radar screen. I'm going to deal with it because, Mom Donnie, I got my eye on you. I'm watching you. Before we let you hear what the owner of this network, Mr. Catsimatidis, has to say, let's go to Robin in Flatbush, line 5. Robin, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is that I've been born and raised in New York City all my life. And living in Flatbush, I'm looking at the Democrats, which I was a Democrat. I'm no longer a Democrat because I realized since my president, I don't care what nobody feels or thinks about me, I get offended to see that all the streets now has become nothing but minorities, which is Haitians, Muslims. This was never like this before. They even got Flatbush on Newkirk. Channel 12 News was out there trying to demolish my president because of a bill that they wanted them to speak out against so that they can stop it. And I'm like saying, are you kidding me? This was never Little Haiti before. This was always Flatbush. In my life, I grew up here. I'm 65, Dominic, and I'm looking at this. It's like, this is don't change from sugar to, what I'm saying. It's gone. It's finished. Last week, Sunday, they closed down from Newkirk and Nostrand and Avenue D to Forster. Little Haiti, they celebrating. Get ICE out here. ICE need to come out here and check their IDs, honey. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. I'm done.
Hey, Robin, I hear you. So I'm just curious. You said you're president. Who's your president?
My president is President Trump. That's my president. I don't care what nobody
Let the church say amen to Robin in the first row of the church, telling the truth, preaching the good word. Robin, thank you for the wonderful call. Hey, Robin, don't be a stranger. I want to hear from you from time to time. Do we have a deal?
Yes, you will.
Okay, fantastic, Robin. Thank you. Robin wants her community back, right? And now, is that racist against Haitians? Is that Islamophobia against Muslims? I don't think so. There's no hatred in what she just said. People get tired. The owner of this network, There are two people responsible for me being here during this time on this network, giving me enormous opportunity. And as I've said before, I've been fortunate enough to learn from them, and that's John Catsimatidis and Margot Catsimatidis. The biggest thing I've learned from these two billionaires is the gift of hard work. I say this all the time. I don't think you folks understand. Nobody, and I mean nobody works harder than either one of them. So the other night I was at a dinner with Mr. Catsimatidis, Mrs. Catsimatidis, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis speaking, but Mr. Catsimatidis appearing on the Fox Business channel announcing that some of his operations from this network are leaving New York and headed to Florida.
As any CEO of a large company in New York City, the first thing you think about is your company. And the thing I think about is reducing exposure. Because if this is what New York is in there for the next 3-4 years, reducing exposure in New York, and that's what we're doing. We're concentrating on Florida right now. We're moving a lot of assets there, and we love New York. We all love New York, so we're not going to say we abandon New York. But reducing exposure for any CEO is the smart thing to do.
Well, I mean, I think it was really smart of Jamie to meet with Mom. Because let's not forget, Jamie just built 270 Park Avenue, right? I mean, this is the Midtown Manhattan building that cost between $3 and $4 billion. And even though Jamie put all that money into this new building, and it's apparently gorgeous, okay? A lot of people telling me how wonderful it is. But even though he put that big building, he's got more employees in Dallas, Texas than he does in New York City.
Absolutely. And we're gonna go that direction, too. At one point last year, we were looking at, before the New Jersey elections, we were looking at increasing our exposure in New Jersey, but we're being careful of that right now. We are going to move some assets to New Jersey, but majority is moving assets to Florida.
Well, look, we talk about this all the time, sort of in a 30,000 feet way. I mean, when you get down to the bottom line, what does it mean to a guy like you, a business like yours, in terms of all these taxes, and Mamdani's threatening, billionaires tax and an exit tax and potentially raising property taxes? What's the cost on the bottom line, do you think? I mean, when you start studying this stuff, what can you actually eliminate if you get out of Dodge?
Well, first of all, I'm over 75, and the taxes on estate taxes. You want my kids to write me off? I mean, at one point, I'd rather have my family and my kids and
so that's
have the
most
money
important
than,
to you,
than
the estate tax and the property tax increases that he's talking about.
Yes, and the other taxes is I think it limits. It limits the amount of investments that come into New York, which New York is the capitalist capital of the world.
Yeah.
We don't want to make it the socialist capital of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
The socialist capital of the world. That's the man that owns this network, the Red Apple Audio Networks. So who knows? I could be coming to you from New Jersey. I could be coming to you from Florida. Thank you, Mamdani.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts of the day. No, she didn't. No, Debbie Lobato did not. I'm looking at it right now. The lovely Debbie, just in regards to your husband, she just posted, I just retweeted it, a sign in front of her and another woman, and it says, these are her words, "The crackers are here." So Debbie Debbie's a great person, a wonderful cook. Debbie, that you notice is getting, the weather's getting very nice, so it should be time now. Notice I'm giving you this annual tradition. I'm starting an annual tradition for you. The woman can cook. She can cook. And it's funny because when I was at her house, don't look at me like that, Carlos, she can cook. When I was at her house, she said, every woman sitting here at the table can cook like this. And I'm like, wow. So I see, well, you know what? I don't want to quote another Twitter comment because I have very little time. So let's go to Dean in Jersey City, line 4. Dean, what's on your mind?
Dominic, thanks for speaking your mind on the Muslims. That's going to make it real quick. In Jersey City, we have 2 brand new mosques built within 3 miles of each other. There's plenty of what they call Muslims all over the place, and every time you talk to them, they blame Israel for Trump doing Israel's bidding, and they hate Israel so bad. But they got a 20-year plan. They're going to take over just like they took London over.
Okay, so Dean, if things are so bad, what are they doing here? Why are they here if things are so bad and Trump is doing Israel's bidding? Why are they here?
They're here for money. They're here for free stuff. If you went to any country in the world and got off the plane and said, I'm here from United States and I need some help, what would they tell you? Go back where you came from. Exactly. But you want to come here and you want to just go pray out on the street wherever you feel. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I've tolerated this long enough. I've kept my mouth shut long enough. No, you don't have a right to do that. I don't care what pandering politicians tell you, because sooner or later communities are going to strike back. And, you know, everybody has a threshold point where you can only take but so much. Thank you, Dean. Let's go to Michael, line 2, Long Island. Michael, what's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. How are you?
Good. I'm short on time. Get to the point.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. I mean, my point is I'm tired of all these people. I really am. It's getting everybody out of hand with all these people in this country. And why does the government let it happen? That's what I want to know.
Well, that's a good question, but it's called pandering. It's also called not wanting to be sued. There are a million reasons. Thank you for the call. Let's stay with the Michaels and go to Mike, line 5 in Queens. Michael, what's on your mind? Michael, are you there? Okay, Michael's not there. Let's go quickly to Joe, Staten Island. Joe, you got 15 seconds.
Hi,
Joe, hi.
Thank you for taking my call. I just wanted to ask you a question about...
Wait, Joe, we got 10 seconds left to the show. Get to the point.
They let all these immigrants into the blue states to change the election. And I don't understand why the Republicans are not talking about it.
Well, because I guess Republicans don't want to be called divisive. They don't want to be called Islamophobia. Folks, on America's darkest day, 9/11, America vowed to never forget. Help our nation keep that promise. Donate $11 a month. Amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to T2T.org. T2.org.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?